author floats fascinating possibility of Caitlin Clark being focal point of breakaway basketball league. Clark has been on the receiving end of hard fouls and bumps during her games. Caitlin Clark's popularity is the highest it's even been, and the second-year Indiana Fever player will only have more eyes on her as she continues to build out her legacy in the WNBA. The rise and fame has come with some hard licks on the court. Clark was in plenty of skirmishes during her rookie season, taking bumps on shots and being on a receiving end on hard screens, so much so that she admitted to a busted eardrum and had a black eye at one point. This season, Clark was already knocked down in brouhahas with opponents. Clark fans have suggested that the lack of protection for the Fever sharpshooter could lead her toward building her own professional basketball league. Brennan, the author of On Her Game, Caitlin Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports, talked about the potential of that happening in an interview on ESPN Los Angeles last week. Nike loves her. She's got Wilson, obviously. She's got Gatorade, she said, via the New York Post. Even though the salary is $76,000, 0 cents for a rookie, it's more this year now, she's making $28 million, 0 cents from Nike alone, according to the Wall Street Journal. So she's at $40 million, 0 cents, whatever. Okay, fine. She's doing great. And if Nike said we're going to make the Nike Clark League, it would obviously take a few years to get the arenas and whatever. But, the TV contract, it's Caitlin, again, the TV viewership. It's Caitlin Clark. It's not Angel and Caitlin. It's Cailton. It's Caitlin Clark only. And I think Angel's a great rebounder and excellent at what she does, but she doesn't move the needle on TV ratings. It's Caitlin. And they could do it. I think they could absolutely put it together in a couple years. And I'll stay on that because I agree with you. It's fascinating. And it's doable because of the void and the vacuum of leadership the WNBA continues to exhibit. Clark didn't participate in the offseason, unrivaled league, but the league and WNBA players are set to enter bitter collective bargaining negotiations very soon. For Clark, she's set to be a WNBA All-Star captain. She's averaging 18.2 points, 8.9 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, despite missing several games due to injuries. It started with a single sentence buried in the middle of a think piece. But like all truly explosive ideas, it didn't stay quiet for long. A Caitlin Clark-led breakaway basketball league, the author wrote, could redefine the power structure of women's sports forever. And just like that, the basketball world trembled with a new kind of buck scores. But on a bold possibility, what if Caitlin Clark, the brightest star in the WNBA sky, didn't just elevate a team, but built a league? The spark that lit the flame, the author, a well-known sports columnist and media theorist, was writing about the growing tension between the WNBA's rigid structure and the rising wave of marketable global female superstars. Hidden between paragraphs praising Clark's on-court brilliance and her off-court cultural resonance, the sentence struck a chord. There is a world, not far from ours, where Caitlin Clark decides that rather than fitting into a system not built for her, she becomes the system. Within hours, podcasts were debating it. Sports Twitter/X exploded. Reddit threads speculated on everything from league names, the Clark League trending for hours, to hypothetical team locations. And TV personalities began asking the question no one had dared to vocalize before. Could Caitlin Clark actually be powerful enough to launch a breakaway women's basketball league? The face that launched a movement, Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she's a phenomenon. She's filled arenas in cities that hadn't sold out in years. Her jersey's a bestseller. Her highlights dominate SportsCenter. When she plays, everyone watches. From WNBA vets to NBA legends, from kids on playgrounds to fans overseas. She's the Steph Curry of women's basketball, only younger, brasher, and it's from that room that all started. So, do you have the party where you can literally say, hey, young women, what's up today? What's that party? How's that process going for you? My name is Jason Bergen. Wishing you no bad things for yourself. Let's hang if that's possible. But most of all, welcome the bad balls. She is our professional team. And perhaps even more revolutionary. And with a generation of players looking for better pay, more visibility, and fuller creative control, the idea of Caitlin Clark being the focal point of a new league doesn't sound quite so wild anymore. The blueprint, what would it look like? If such a league were to emerge, Clark wouldn't be alone. The seeds are already there. Veterans like Nafisa Kalia and Brianna Stewart have founded Unrivaled-led league launching in 2025 to create more financial and personal opportunity during the offseason. But what if Clark, who already dwarfs most WNBA players in media power and commercial pull, became the centerpiece of something even larger? A league that shares profits directly with players, allows freedom in media rights and branding, plays in primetime markets with fan-first strategies, embraces social media virality over traditional structure, a league where Caitlin Clark could not only dominate on the court, but own a part of the court itself. She has the leverage, the author later explained in a TV interview. She's the first player since maybe LeBron in high school who can move the entire culture of basketball with one decision. Friends, rivals, allies, the domino effect would be immediate. Paige Buckers, Angel Reese, Juju Watkins, Haley Van Lith, a golden generation of college-born stars entering the pro game with massive personal brands could see such a move as their ticket to something bigger. Combine them with savvy veterans hungry for change, and suddenly you don't have a fantasy, you have a revolution. And let's not forget international stars. Players from Australia, France, Canada, and beyond have long struggled with the WNBA's seasonal restrictions and pay gaps. A Clark-led league could offer better contracts, global scheduling, and the kind of visibility that stretches far beyond American markets.